Hello and welcome to another Unexpected Results on the Slyphor channel. I'm here with a Fate Reforged pack once more, and we'll crack straight into it. Get straight in there with a Whisk Away, which is, now that I've got the pack off it, a 2 and a blue for an instant. Put target attacking or blocking creature on top of its owner's library. So a pretty nice combat trick. I used one of these in pre-release all that time ago, and it served me well. There was a couple of instances where I enjoyed just bouncing something. Like I was about to be dealt fatal in one of my games and just outright bounced the creature, which was always nice. So it's a decent trick. It's pretty good. We then have a Sibsig Host. I have no idea what these cards are. Sultai Madness. So it is a 5-drop zombie creature, 4 and a black for a 2/6, and when it enters the battlefield, each player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. So it's a Tomb Scour on a big defender creature for 5. If there's zombie tribal somewhere, you might want to run this, I don't know. Zombie tribal probably doesn't mill very much. There's probably not very many milling zombies, but this is one of them. So there you go. We then have another Sultai card, the Sultai Skullkeeper. 1 and a blue for a 2/1 Naga Shaman. When Sultai Skullkeeper enters the battlefield, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. So this and the just grab it back in. The Sibsig Host are both setups for Delve, by the looks of it. Sibsig Host is a very endgame setup for Delve, which is a bit weird, but this is more of a early game Delve build up. And you drop into a 2/1, which is nice. We then have a Sandblast. 2 and a blue. Blue? I keep saying the wrong colours. 2 and a white, as an instant, for dealing 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. So this is a nice alteration on Whisk Away. So far we've had 2 different themes in 2 different cards each. So combat tricks for 3. Whisk Away bounces, this one kills. The majority of things anyway. It wouldn't kill a Sibsig Host, but it would kill a Goreswine easily. Then we have a Jeskai Sage. Now I remember these guys from the pre-release. They were really fun. They're not amazing, but a 1 and a blue for a 1/1 human monk with prowess, which when it dies you draw a card. So people are less... Hello, sorry about that slight cut. Yeah, as I was saying about the Jeskai Sage, 1 and a blue for a 1/1, which people sometimes don't want to block because of the draws a card when dies, but you can prowess trigger, so you can combat trick to make this bigger, and you can rhyme all you like, apparently. We then have more Sultai cards in the form of the Sultai Rune Mark. I'm going to have a weird history with rune marks, aren't I? 2 and a black for an enchantment aura, enchant creature, +2/2, and death touch if you control a green or blue permanent. Always liking a rune mark. We then have a Mardu card with Alesha's Vanguard. A 4-drop, 3 and a black for a 3/3, but you can dash it in for 2 and a black. And it's a warrior as well, so it triggers warriors. It's quite good that there's a few dash warriors in this. I might remake my if I pull some good Mardu stuff, I might remake my warrior standard deck that I had, because I haven't played standard in a while. We then have the Goreswine, my new premise for damage. It could kill a Goreswine, because it's only got 1 defense. So everything can kill a Goreswine. This has 0 attack. If it's a wall, it can't kill a Goreswine. Wow. If it's a wall, it can't kill a Goreswine. But if it's anything else, it can. And then we have a Whisperer of the Wilds. 1 and a green. Human Shaman, 0/2. Tap to add green. Ferocious, tap to add 2 greens. To your mana pool, obviously. I'm not sure where else you'd add green. To your face, I suppose. Face paint Hulk, I don't know. I'm not sure where I was going with that either. Next, we have Bloodfire Enforcers. 3 and a red for a human monk that is a 5/2. Could kill a Goreswine. And it has First Strike and Trample as long as an instant card or a sorcery card are in your graveyard. So in a prowess deck you will probably run these, because you're probably going to be running instants and sorcery somewhere in there. Yeah. And they just gain First Strike and Trample, which is a pretty good combo for something with 5 attack. So they're pretty nice. Then we have a Grave Strength. Looks like another Sultai card by the looks of it. It's 1 and a black for a sorcery. Choose target creature. Put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard, and then put a Then put a +1/+1 counter on that creature for each creature card in your graveyard. So you mill yourself 3, you tomb scour yourself, and it gets a +1/+1 counter for each creature in your graveyard. So it's kind of a weird mix between Sultai Delve Finding and Abzan Outlast counters. Bolstering, I suppose. Ooh, but after that we have a dragon. The Mind Scour Dragon, to be precise. For 4 blue, and it is blue. The uncommon dragon is a 4/4 for 6, which most of them seem to be. In fact, all of them are 4/4s for 6. Having a quick check-up. They all have flying as well, because dragons. I mean, who would have a dragon that doesn't fly? Seems a bit silly. Rakdos Pit Dragon. But the Mind Scammer Dragon, whenever it deals combat damage to an opponent, whenever it deals combat damage to an opponent, target player puts the top 4 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. So if you're running Sultai, you can use this to Delve Find yourself. If you're running... not Delve Find, sorry. Delve Boost, I guess, because you're chucking stuff that you can then delve. If you're running like Jeskai or something, you can hit an opponent and mill them to try and throw away their answers. If you're playing Jeskai and you're versing Sultai, then I'm not sure what you'll do, because you don't want to help them delve and you don't particularly want to mill yourself. But there you go. Not the greatest of the dragons. I prefer the white one that I pulled last time. But it's decent. It's not bad. And those were our uncommons, by the way. The Bloodfire Enforcers, the Grave Strength, and the Mind Scour Dragon. The mythic we have, which is very nice, is a Torrent Elemental. Sultai watermarked again. It's a 4 and a blue for a 3/5 elemental with flying. Whenever Torrent Elemental attacks, tap all creatures defending player controls, so it's always going to hit. 3 and then a Golgari, the black-green hybrid manas. Put Torrent Elemental from exile onto the battlefield tapped. Activate this ability only any time you could cast a sorcery. So you can recur it from your graveyard, which is always nice. But you put it from exile onto the battlefield, so you're not even recurring it from your graveyard, you're recurring it from your delved pile. So in Sultai this is a really nice card. In others it's okay, not great. A 5-drop is a bit high for non-Sultai decks. But it's a win con, basically, a 3/5 flyer that taps down everything every turn. Seems ridiculous. Ooh, we then have a nice foil. Not sure how well you can see that. I think I'm giving it justice. It's rainbow foil. And it is a Destructor Dragon. So, I pulled 2 of the uncommon dragon cycle in this pack. So I now have 3 of them, because I pulled the white one before. I need Noxious and Shockmaw, which are the black and reds. This card's quite dark if I'm not shining on it. I'll just keep it like that so you get the nice blue-green shine at the bottom. It is a 4 green for a 4/4. As I said, the whole dragon cycle is 6 for a 4/4 with flying. And when Destructor Dragon dies, destroy target non-creature permanent. So artifacts is an enchantment, which means it naturalizes when it dies. Yeah, it naturalizes on death, which is pretty nice, and the artwork is really nice. Not sure how well you can see that. The Destructor Dragon burning down a little keep on a hill. And then we have a Blossoming Sands, another Soul Land, Menderland, whatever.